Good evening and welcome back to the channel. This is Antigonus Gaming back with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Chapter 1, Fall of a Hero at Nibelheim. To recap what we have done so far, in the previous video, we took control of Cloud and Sephiroth as we journeyed up and around Mount Nibel. We felled the bridge that we were going on to the reactor collapsed, and one of the guards was washed away. Sephiroth, though, was able to save one of our two guard friends and Tifa's life. Cloud was able to swim ashore on his own. We climbed up the other half side of the mountain because we're still trying to go to the reactor, and we made it to a drilling cave. This cave up ahead has a boss in it, so it was a good place to stop the last video. So we are going to head in and take on this challenge. As Cloud and Sephiroth walk into this big cat cave, we see some of the green Mako gas as it's coming out of and then all of a sudden we see claws, giant green multi-legged monster. It's got like a horned head and a long tail. It looks kind of like an insect, like a huge insect.
Wish I hadn't.
So this thing is known as the Materia Guardian.
Someone should tell it we're not.
Be my guest.
It was a boss in the original game.
Maybe try mixing it up more.
Much later in the game, actually.
Try to keep your guard up.
It says when an enemy is about to use an attack that cannot be guarded against the red triangle with an exclamation point will appear. Take evasive action.
Try to mix it up a little.
Certain enemies have individual body parts you can attack. Destroying these discrete parts pressure your foe and prevent from unleashing
Not
power.
doing so great.
You're in good hands.
So I use fire with Sephiroth to free Cloud. So the Materia Guardian it says, a ferocious beast that dwells within the caves of Mount Nibel. Prolonged exposure to Mako has caused it to mutate. Its dangerously sharp claws allow the scale walls and hang from the ceiling with alarming ease, granting it full control of the battlefield. So it's like it's green, and it's got 4 legs, a giant tail that has like a claw on it, or actually,
Damn it! Not again.
So it's got its hind legs can grab us. It can spray out like a beam, like it just there to disrupt Sephiroth's spell. Its head has like a large, like horn-looking thing on it.
Get
When we're done.
All right, we crippled it. It's right. All right. So Cloud and Sephiroth are doing a combo kind of action.
Done.
Cloud's underneath the boss. Sephiroth's above the boss. It retreats back a little bit.
Sephiroth.
And then it climbs up on the wall.
Pretty mobile.
Now it's on the ceiling.
Good thing I don't just fight with a sword.
So we have to... So it actually has 6 legs. Sorry, I was wrong. Front legs, mid legs, and hind legs. Down to about half health. So, yeah. But it's like a weird clawed insect-like thing with like 6 legs, tail, it's spewing out materia. So now it jumps back onto like a ledge kind of thing in the back that we can't really get to.
You're practically panting.
I'm excited.
Such a puppy.
Mako, and it's okay, so it says Sephiroth and Cloud's synergy ability. Turn the tables on the beast of the mountain with a coordinated attack from Cloud and Sephiroth. Use the double Helix synergy ability from the commands menu to bring the Mercuria Guardian crashing down back to the cave floor.
I don't like the looks of this.
So we go down the menu to synergy abilities, and Cloud and Sephiroth both have double Helix charged up, so we're going to use that on the Materia Guardian.
Yes, sir.
They jump up in the air, and they do some slashing.
Whoa. That was insane.
Like beams out of their sword, and then they both do like a cross slash. One goes one direction, one goes the other direction, and that brings them down. So if you let the boss stay up there, it will use its ultimate attack, which is an attack known as Trine. Oh, and part of the benefit of using certain synergy attacks is they'll reduce the MP cost of your abilities down to 0, which is really convenient because that means you can use your strongest spells without just draining out your MP. Materia Guardian's almost dead. It's like down to like 15% health.
Launch the gas.
Staggered again. Taking damage and staggering enemies fills your limit gauge. When the limit gauge is full, you can use limit breaks. So Sephiroth has his limit break filled up, which is Octaslash. This was an attack he used on us when we fought him at the end of the first game, so we're going to use that on him right now.
Enough of this.
And so he's just doing like a really aggressive combo, and he comes down from above, and that's enough to finish the boss off. Boss is about to get to Cloud, but Sephiroth sweeps in.
Take it from here.
Slashes his claw off. And then Cloud runs it through with the Buster Sword, and it fades away into the Mako Mist.
Nice work.
Okay, hold up. Maybe I'm missing something here, but everything you've said makes Sephiroth sound like a stand-up guy.
Well, he was.
And now he's pure evil, trying to kill everyone on the planet. Help me to understand this shit. Tell me something that'll really make my blood boil.
Oh, I will. I will.
Cloud looking out the window. So now we're at the naval reactor. Unlike the Mako reactors in Midgar, this one's rusty and old looking. It's the first reactor that was built. Shinra is actually based out of Nibelheim for a little while.
I want to go too. Please?
Sorry, no civilians. Even if we weren't on a mission.
Come on.
Keep the young lady safe.
So Tifa's left out with the Shinra guardsman. Much to her frustration.
You better keep me safe.
So they're standing outside. So we go up the steps, and it's like a tower-looking thing, but it's nowhere near as, like, well upkept as the reactors in the city. You know, it's like a rusty old kind of facility.
Didn't expect it to be all systems go.
You'd think it'd be running at reduced output, like most last-gen models.
And let me guess, pillagers don't have a clue about this.
Knowing Shinra? Of course not.
The company really needs to be more transparent.
Tell that to the president.
What exactly is the problem with this place?
The people in charge. While most reactors are under the jurisdiction of urban planning, this one is overseen by R&D.
Huh. Why do I suddenly have a bad feeling about this?
Whatever you see here, you are not to speak of it.
Oh, I won't.
So we head down to the bottom level here. We're now underneath, you know, and if you heard Sephiroth, he said that Hojo's research and development division manages this particular site, while all the other reactors are under urban planning. So, you know, we've got, like, grates and stuff, but it's like, it's an older looking facility. So we're gonna head through the gate, and then we have to go down, like, a ladder, and we see the Mako on the bottom, and there's, like, a bridge that goes over that, though, so we're not going to, you know, go down into the Mako or whatever. And then we head into, there's a door open in a suspicious looking room.
Perhaps you'd like to say a few words to your sword first?
And as they walk in, they see the test pods that we saw in Hojo's lab at the end of Remake, but some of them are broken. And we can hear creatures moving about in the ceiling. There's like monster blood dripping down, and a couple of these twin brain monsters leap at us. Sephiroth quickly makes short work of them.
You are really something.
What are those things?
Sephiroth is entranced by something he sees. There's a staircase that goes up to another door that's sealed, and that door says Genova.
Wasn't that...
Sephiroth puts his hand on the door. He looks up. There's a sign. Suddenly a couple more of the pods start breaking. Sephiroth
The malfunction must be forcing the pods to depressurize. Cloud, go out and shut off the valve.
Copy.
So we hold the R and L2 buttons. We're twisting this like rusty old valve. Try and turn it off. Now it says go back inside. You hear clanking noises. Sephiroth is a little bit further back down the steps towards us. And he's slashing at these pods.
What are you doing?
These pods were built for the production of artificial materia. But Hojo repurposed them as incubators, cages for animals, infused with Mako, all to birth a new breed of monster. But he didn't stop at animals. Oh no. There were other subjects. Look.
Gestures for Cloud to come over and look inside one of the things, the pods. And you see a humanoid, like a human-looking creature that's in the middle of mutating. Struggling around. It's in between the form of a human and one of those twin brains. Sephiroth suddenly having visions.
That I was created the same way. Am I the same as these monsters?
Sephiroth.
Ever since I was a child, I knew that I was different, that I was special. But not like this. Not like this.
Sephiroth kills the monster. When he has the visions, though, his eye pupils change. They look more like cat eyes than human eyes.
Am I even human?
And he's, you know, questioning whether he's a human or not.
Eventually, we went back to the inn. But when we got there, Sephiroth locked himself in his room.
The mayor had been looking forward to having dinner with bona fide soldiers, so he didn't take the news too well. Dad had to put up with his belly aching for hours afterward.
Huh?
Must have sucked. But what about Sephiroth? What happened to him?
He left. Didn't tell a soul where he was going.
So this is where it picks up if you skip the investigation to the reactor. Like if you've already completed the demo. Cloud's in Sephiroth's room. He sees no one's in there. So Sephiroth has left the party. We're gonna try to find him. So we head down the steps. We see the mayor of
I met
Nibelheim.
Sephiroth as he was heading for Shinra Manor, and he acted like I wasn't even there. Busy, I suppose.
So
He's holed up inside the mansion.
Something's been off ever since he came back from the reactor.
Too much exposure to Mako? Then we ought to bring him some medicine.
we got some, like, the locals from the town heading up towards the manor. So
If you're looking for Sephiroth, I saw him headed toward the mansion.
So before Shinra built the Shinra building in Midgar, one of their corporate headquarters was this mansion that they rented from the town of
Shinra Manor was
Nibelheim.
the biggest building in town, and older than the reactor. The company used to conduct research there, back when they were still a small manufacturer. Even so, the rent on that plot was basically what kept the village afloat.
So the Shinra Manor is what you'd expect. It's a large, old manor
The
house.
place is pitch black. You think he's sleeping or something?
What if he's sick and needs our help?
Manor's unlocked, so we go inside. Pretty well ruined. The staircase the staircase that goes upstairs, one side is totally broken. The other side is got like junk on it, or has junk blocking the way at the top. We see it's, you know, a lot of candles, you know, dusty old tables, and, you know, like fancy items, but they're just old and, you know, coming apart. We've got old pictures of, you know, young President Shinra or other people that used to work
Took a
for
look around the
Shinra.
place, but Sephiroth was nowhere to be seen.
Dining tables with old books. You know, we've got like a picture of a young President Shinra, large one above the fireplace. There's a nice old grand piano. And then as we head to the back of the library slash like dining room, we notice that there's an elevator here. So we'll open that up. And mysteriously, we click that and that'll take us down to the basement. We head down some steps. They're like stone steps into like a
Never knew
large
it had a basement.
Was news to me too.
open cavern.
Doubt anyone in the village had a clue.
And it's like an open cavern. We got some lights and stuff, and there's a bunch of different doors. So, you know, there's like pipes and such. There's some of the stuff is walled off by like grated gates. We can go over to one. There's one door that's locked, and then there's another door that's open, and it heads into like a research area. And then if we go right, there's another door that's locked. And then if we go left, it goes into like a library. So the opening room has like desks and tables and some scientific modules and stuff. And the floor is like cobblestone. And then we go into a really old research library. And Sephiroth is reading books in the back.
Excavated from a 2,000-year-old rock layer. A life form in stasis. Professor Gast named this life form Genova.
Gast was the guy who ran R&D before Hojo.
MEGL 77-1977. Genova. Verified as an ancient. MEGL 9/13/1977. Genova project approved. So, they named the life form Genova. And once they understood what she was, they grew ambitious.
Hey, Sephiroth. What you got there?
Leave me be.
It just shows Sephiroth, he's reading through all these books.
He stayed holed up in the basement. Reading, like a man possessed.
You know, there's more and more books all over the floor. As he reads about the Genova Project, which he is a product of the Genova Project. Nibelheim, 7 days later.
We got Genova. A locked reactor door. The name of Sephiroth's mother. And ancients. Screw it. Racking my brain's not gonna get me anywhere. May as well just ask the guy.
Cloud grabs his sword. He heads into the basement. Sephiroth is still there reading. He seems different.
Ah, Cloud. I've come across the most fascinating passage. The specimen found in strata dating back 2,000 years smiled with what could only be described as ethereal grace. Though the truth eluded me at first, I later determined that she was an ancient, or a steward of the planet, as they are referred to in legend.
So you can see that, like, Sephiroth's
she needed a name.
Mind melding with Genova
so
here.
I dubbed her Genova.
So you know,
the Genova project was approved soon after. A bold initiative to resurrect the long-dead ancients. An initiative that resulted in my conception. Or rather, my creation. The crowning glory of Professor Gast's wondrous experiment.
see the screens flashing between Sephiroth and images of Genova. His eyes are looking more and more sinister and cat-like, less and less human. Almost like you can see Genova, like, corrupting his mind.
I should go. Mother is waiting.
Hey! Hey, hold on!
He throws Cloud down the hallway, hits him into the wall, and Cloud sees Sephiroth just slowly walking forward. He walks past him. And Sephiroth goes back to the elevator to leave the mansion.
I keep asking myself, why couldn't I have come to sooner? If I had, maybe I could have saved the village.
Tifa looks down.
Or tried.
Very
at
sadly.
least.
Barrett also. Cloud comes out of the mansion and he sees fire. Fire close by. In the direction down the hill where the village is. This main scenario, village. So we run through the path in the little woods right past the village.
Hey, you! Get in there!
Zangan is
Need your help!
helping people get out, but he's saying, Cloud, get in there and try to rescue some people. And all of a sudden, the wooden gate collapses. Cloud's now got like mud and ash on his face.
Let me through! My son's still in there!
I'm sorry! He's gone!
You can see fires everywhere. The trees are on fire. There's buildings on fire. Stuff in the streets are on fire. People are getting out of there.
Is it true? Sephiroth did this?
Oh, it was him, all right. And he's still here. So keep your eyes peeled. God. Get your head straight. I need you to secure the way out.
Cloud's limping because he had wood fall on him.
Sephiroth? But why would he?
So the buildings are all on fire. This is a very famous scene in Final Fantasy VII. You see the mayor trying to get people out of there and look for Sephiroth. Suddenly more debris falls in front of us, so we can't get into the... Cloud's trying to get to his mom. So we're going to see if we can find another way through. Photographer giving up on life basically because he's trapped in a fire, and so we're gonna go through the shop and like crawl through kind of the burned out building so we can try to go around the debris that we can't get through. Get back into the middle of town. As we walk into town, the wooden water tower's on fire. It's like a tower with like a pipe in the middle and then like a wooden thing on top. And all of a sudden it caves in. Cloud jumps out of the way at the last minute. So Cloud.
Please be okay. Sephiroth.
So we see the security guard that survived the expedition laying, and he's like calling out for somebody near Cloud's house.
Mom.
And we see a view of Cloud opening the door from the security guard's view. Just a moment. Cloud gets thrown back and we see the like fuzziness.
Run away. You have to leave. You have to live.
And suddenly it explodes, the fire comes out. And we see Cloud reaching forward quickly, and then he passes out for a moment.
Hang in there. You're gonna be okay. Don't worry. I got you. Come on, let's get you up.
Regular guy trying to help Cloud up, and then all of a sudden we see Sephiroth's sword go right through him. Sephiroth just walks off. So we're crawling back towards the exit of town. Sephiroth is going around finishing off anyone who's, like, on the ground.
There he is! Sephiroth!
The mayor and two of his guards, they have guns.
Sick son of a bitch! That's far enough! Drop the sword!
Some stuff falls down in front of us. We're crawling as we see the mayor and two of his militiamen try to confront Sephiroth. Sephiroth effortlessly kills the guy on the left. And then the guy on the right, and now it's the mayor and one of his other guys that just came up with him. Cloud's trying to lift himself off the ground, even though he's badly hurt. Just as he gets up, he kills the third guy that's with the mayor. He walks towards Mayor Xander. He's got a gun, but he's deathly afraid. And he cuts the mayor's legs. And then he cuts the mayor's head off. We just see his hat fly off, catch fire. Sephiroth steps on it. So at this point, Sephiroth, if you can't tell, he's gone full villain.
Wait for me. I'm coming.
Sephiroth!
This is the most famous clip. Cloud says, like, what are you doing? Sephiroth just stops. He turns around. And he gives Cloud, like, an evil-looking smile. And then he walks through the fire back towards the mountain. Cloud chases Sephiroth
I
back
followed
up the
Sephiroth
mountain.
all the way back to the reactor.
Dad and I had gone there to hide. When Sephiroth showed up, Dad decided that he was going to confront him. Dad. It was Sephiroth, wasn't it? He did this, didn't he? Sephiroth. Soldiers. Mako. Shinra. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of all of this!
We saw an abbreviated part of that scene in one of Cloud's flashback visions and remake. So Sephiroth dropped his sword on the ground after killing Tifa's father. She picks it up. She heads into the room with all the test pods. Cloud's watching her. Let's see. So Sephiroth is at the Genova door.
Mother, I have come for you. Now open the way for me.
You murdered my dad. You burned my village.
Sephiroth grabs the blade with one hand, pulls her up in the air, grabs the blade, and then slashes her across the chest. Tifa flies down the stairs in pain, got some of her blood flying out. But it's dark, so you can't really, it's not too graphic. Cloud runs in. You can see Tifa's got her hand over a wound. A little bit of blood on her shirt. Cloud sees it on his hand.
You promised you'd save me if I was ever trapped or in trouble.
Runs up the stairs and into the back room. The back room is like a test pod room. Sephiroth is like up on a pipe, and Genova's in a fancy pod, and she has like a weird angel thing in front of her.
Together we will reclaim our world, and I know exactly how we can do that. The Promised Land.
Sephiroth!
Mother, they have come again. The ones who robbed you of the planet. Your planet. But there's no need to be sad, Mother. Because I'm here for you. Now and forever.
Sephiroth rips off the like angel-looking thing that blocks the actual Genova. And it's her whole body, but she actually has her head on this time.
You killed my mom. You killed Tifa. My village. My home.
They were mine by right. This planet too, for I have been chosen.
I believed in you. No. Not you! Whoever the hell you are!
Sephiroth picks up his sword. Cloud has his out as well. You see Genova like flashing in and out between images of Sephiroth and Cloud.
And that's the
present
last
day.
thing I remember. The rest is a blank.
The hell it is? What happened?
It was all over the news. I remember watching it with my mom. They said he went missing during a training exercise. But then, the story changed. A couple days later, they started reporting that he was killed in action. Yeah, that was it.
The news outlets are nothing but Shinra mouthpieces spewing propaganda. Only dumbasses believe that shit.
Question. Does that make me a dumbass?
I didn't say that. What I meant was, screw Shinra for manipulating honest folks.
It doesn't matter what they said back then. Sephiroth was in Midgar. We fought him. Whatever happened, he's alive.
Don't know about alive so much as around?
But why come back now? After 5 years, doing who knows what?
Cloud suddenly has a little bit of a mental lapse there.
He wants to finish what he started. He wants to reclaim his birthright and rule over the planet with Genova at his side.
After 5 years? Not to sound like a broken record, but it's really bothering me.
Well, what's bothering me is all this Genova stuff.
Excuse me. Guess the travel or something really did a number on my back. Feels as stiff as a board.
Let me take a look. Wow. You weren't kidding, were you? Let's get you back to the room.
Yeah, let's just call it a night. No amount of guesswork will get us any closer to the truth, so how about we give our heads a rest? Oh, no, you don't.
Red 13 takes Barrett's bed.
See you tomorrow. Hey, Aerith? You awake?
Barely. Why?
Was wondering, what's Cloud been doing these past 5 years? Where's he been?
And you're asking me this?
Just had a feeling you'd know.
Probably did at one point. All that stuff was taken from me, though. Or maybe erased?
By whispers?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
Why what?
This is gonna sound crazy, but as far as I know, Cloud was never in Nibelheim 5 years ago.
Tifa
Cloud,
knocking on the door.
You up? Sorry, did I wake you?
Nope. What's going on?
Oh, it's nothing, really. There's just something I need to ask you. So, can we talk?
Sure.
Great, but not here. Follow me.
So Tifa runs off to go up on the roof, and as we walk past the stairs, Cloud looks down them and sees Sephiroth. Smirks at him.
You know that I killed her. So, who is she? Or rather, what is she?
And then Sephiroth vanishes. Cloud looks down and all he sees down there is the guy who runs the inn. So that'll be it for this video, but if you can already see from the very first interaction, Sephiroth's plans for getting at Cloud are changing. So, thank you so much for watching the end of Chapter 1, Fall of a Hero at Nibelheim. We'll be back with the very, very last scene and then going into Chapter 2 in the next video. I hope you enjoyed seeing that, even though it was gruesome. You know, the Nibelheim incident is kind of the core of the Final Fantasy VII story. Like, everything outgrows from it. So, I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, like and subscribe. Let me know what you think. And we'll continue talking. We'll continue talking later in the next video about Sephiroth's future plans, and then moving into Chapter 2, which will be the first major exploration chapter. So, as always, this was Antigonus, and please, I hope you enjoyed our video, and you'll come to the channel again in the future. So, thank you so much, and have a good night.